What's up guys, it's Philly215 here, and today we are playing Splinter Cell Blacklist Mission 7. Okay, so you want to start off walking along the side of this building here, waiting for this guard to turn his back. Also, there is a security camera that pans back and forth, so you want to time it just right so that the guard has his back turned and the camera is looking away. Jump up onto this ledge, climbing above the camera, and then move to the edge of this ledge here, and then jump down and move in back of this guard without him seeing you. Tread lightly so that he doesn't hear you. And I'm actually going to speed it up right here because the guy that we are working with needs to distract the guard. So I sped it up a little bit there. Once he's distracted, you can move right on along. Continue along the side of the building, but be careful because there is another security camera right in front of you. So I decided to wait it out just to be safe. I didn't know if the camera was going to see me if I tried to move too quickly. So I waited for it to move towards me again. I went right like that. I don't know why I jumped up on this window because that's not at all where I had to go. Okay, so pretty much sneak right up and back of this guard, and you should be alright, because he doesn't end up turning around. He keeps walking to the right of him. So once you're chilling in back of him and he starts walking again, move over to this pipe, and I'm going to speed it up again here. But once you go up this pipe, pretty much shimmy onto the pipe to the right, move all the way along, and then back down the next pipe once this guy distracts the other guard. And then you're pretty much done in this beginning area. Okay, so come down here, avoid that security camera. And then once in the garage, you want to just hang out for a little bit because there is a guard right there and there is a security camera that pans back and forth from the location that you have to go to next. Okay, so once that guard moves to the left, obviously you're going to have to time it right so that the security camera doesn't see you too. But once they're both in position, you'll be able to hop onto that ledge and then fast rope down. Okay, so like so, I jump up here and I get a little hemmed up. I try and move down and I got a little hemmed up right there. Okay, so I'm speeding it up again here. Once this guy gets in position and distracts this guard, the guard will then walk away and then you can jump over the ledge. And then pretty much you will just follow this guy. It's a lot of talking. I actually cut that scene right there because it's honestly just a lot of talking, walking with him. Okay, so you're going to trigger a cutscene up here when he opens this door. After the cutscene, you're going to want to climb up this pole, make sure your night vision's on, shimmy along this pole, and then pull out your taser and tase this guy. I found it to be the most effective way. Okay, so after tasing him, move right up to the door here. You should be alright. Depending on your playthrough, there might be people on the outside of this door. If there are, then wait them out and wait for a guy to come through the door and then take him out and then take out the other guard, because a couple of playthroughs it was a little bit different, so this was my particular one. On this one I came down to this door and waited for the guard to actually walk by. Once he walked by, I went outside this door and to my left and then went through this door. So
Nice work, Chris.
there you go. Okay, so I sped up here again, go through this vent, shimmy along this pole, come to the top floor here, go through these vents again. Watch out because there are guards along here. Okay, so once up here and the power turns back on, you want to come up here and be careful so that that guy doesn't see you or his friends see you. Crouch on that column right there and take out your tear gas, throw it down, and then once it activates, then you could take them out. They don't see anything because they're blind. Okay, so then that door will open as long as a guard is close enough to it. Remember that, you might have to pick him up. Okay, so I actually cut this scene as well because this elevator takes forever. Okay, so once you're down here, come to the second column right here and wait for the guard to get close, and then whistle. He'll then come over and then you could take him out. Okay, so once you take him out here, you want to make sure you pick him up because he's actually going to be pretty much your key to open the door. Okay, so walk right on along. Open up the door and then move to your right, because if you try and really walk anywhere else, you'll get seen. Okay, so put him down. Then move right along to your right here, up these steps. And then you want to kind of hug the wall up here, because there is a guard that's going to approach you. Now, how I did this here, I took out my taser, and after this guy leaned over the railing, I tased him, ran over to the right, and hugged the wall here. And the other guard will come running to figure out what happened to his friend. You could then take him out, and then you're pretty much good. There's 2 more people to the left up here, but you don't have to worry about them just yet. Just checking to make sure the coast is clear. Move into this room here, and then go over in towards the back of the room there. Shimmy on down the ladder, and then come over here and disable the gas in the room in front of you. Okay, so once the gas is gone, you're going to want to come over towards this door and then open it. I sped it up here, jump up onto this pipe, come down again, and then this is where I actually took out my tri-rotor, and I actually sped it up here as well because it takes just forever. And then once that guy finally moves, you're going to have to be patient for that one. Wait till he moves away from this guard, then you could take this guard out. The other guard won't even notice because he's looking at something. And then you could take him out, and then hold in the left bumper, and you'll recover the tri-rotor. Come up here, and then watch out because there are lasers right there. You want to go along the left side, and then press A on the laptop. Now, actually, what I did here was I reloaded the last checkpoint, because then the bodies you just took out vanish. And if you don't do that, then they'll end up seeing them. You'll have to move them around, and there are guards under you as well. So I just reverted to last checkpoint. Okay, so when this guy comes in here, you want to just take position like I am right now. Wait till he walks by, then you can take him out. So I thought this was actually a little cool. Pick him up and then throw him down the ladder. And when you throw him down the ladder, there's going to be a guy under you. Now you're going to want to get on the ladder, because the guy under you actually sees the body down there and goes to wake him up. And then you can lunge on him and take him out. He's the only guy that's going to be down there. Okay, so you're going to want to go back up. I actually sped it up here again, because obviously we're not going to wait for the time without it being sped up. Okay, so once the timer's about to be up, come up here. Be careful, because there is a heavily armed guard there that is a pain in the ass if he ends up seeing you. Okay, so wait till he approaches the door, because after he approaches the door, he'll then turn around. So be patient. Okay, so once he ends up turning around, then you're good to go.
I've got the drive.
Get the drive. I mean, pretty much I speeded up here. Get out of here. Retrace your steps. Now, be patient. You might not have the luck that I had, but the heavily armed guard was actually to my right towards the door along his rounds. So if he's not there, just wait for him to get there. Then you could hug this wall, and he won't end up seeing you. And then you could just walk right on by him, and then pretty much this section of the map is it's over. So break the glass, and then fast rope down to the lower part of the building.
Grim. Schematic.
Okay, so once in the lower part of the building, you're going to want to come to the right, or not the right, the left, and hug this flower pot. I speed it up here again, but once this guard comes towards you, you can then take him out. Leave his body there, because honestly, there's really nowhere to really hide it. I mean, you can if you want. Okay, so move up to this flower pot on the left here, and wait for this heavily armed guard to look actually at you, because he's probably going to be in that position. He was for me. Okay, so wait for him to then turn around, and then you're good to go to move to your left where the vent is. Okay, so I speed it up again, move through the vent, come along here, and then just wait it out for this guard to then finally move from that position. Now, I decided to tase him because it was kind of hard to catch up to him without him turning around. So I actually tased him there. Move down these steps, and try and be as quick as you can, because if you take your time, there will be a guard that does his rounds and will see you. I actually missed the thing there. Okay, so I speed it up again. Don't go up this pipe. You don't need to do that at all. Go through the next vent. Be careful so that there's no guards around here. Then open the door. I'm going to speed it up again. Move along your right, and then go all the way to the right, all the way until you hit this corner, and then wait for the guard under you to move past you, and then you could jump over the railing. Don't worry about getting spotted when you hug this corner, because it won't happen. It'll come close to being spotted, like it is right here. You'll almost get spotted twice, but you don't end up getting spotted. Wait for the guard on the right to continue his rounds. Move over here and hug right where he was hugging. Okay, there's a heavily armed guard to my left and another guy looking in my direction to my right. Wait for the guy to the right to turn around, and then you could follow this guy right here. Okay, so you're going to want to follow him, and pretty much depending on your playthrough, the guard to the left of me, he might be in a different position, but pretty much it's going to be all the same. Once he comes towards you and turns his back, that's always your position to go, no matter your playthrough. Once he turns his back, you're going to want to come over to the door, and I actually missed opening it, and Sam climbed the building here, and I was kind of mad about that. But just wait it out and wait for that guy to turn his back again. I came a little close the second time, though. Second time, he almost seen me. Okay, so heavily armed guard turns around, that guy turns around. I then go to open this door. I actually came close to being spotted there. I actually turned the light on by accident. Gonna speed it up again here. Just hug this cart, or whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, so I'm speeding it up, and once this guard finally comes out, you can then tase him. And he was actually close enough that he opened the door, so I just went through the door. I just said, you know, whatever. Okay, so come through here, wait it out, and then access this laptop. Okay, so then just wait it out, and once this door finally opens, a cutscene will happen. Hug this pillar and wait for the guard to come up to the top of the steps before you make your move. Okay, so once he's up there, you can then jump over the railing here and then climb this column. And I'm actually speeding it up again here. Wait for this guard to come towards you on this the side of the column that you're hugging, and then before he sees you, lunge him. Another guard will see his knocked out body, come running, and then you could take him out. Okay. So once he's taken out, the heavily armed guard doesn't really move. If he sees you, he'll start shooting, but he doesn't really move. So just kind of move right along the columns like I'm doing here. And then you can pretty much get in back of him. It's not really that hard to get in back of him. Just be quiet so that he doesn't hear you. Okay, so shimmy along by him. And once you're outside this door, you're actually going to want to run to your right, because if you don't run, this isn't going to work properly. Okay, so then you can crouch right here, jump over these two ledges, and then move to your right, and have your taser out too. Okay, so once you're to the right of this flower pot, wait for this guard to come along, and then you can tase him. It might take a few tries. It usually took me 2 tries, one to get him to slow down, and then the next one to get him. Okay, so up here I actually speeded up again. This part is tricky. Wherever the dog is, because the dog's going to either be to the left or to the right at the top of the steps. Wherever that dog is, you want to make sure you're not there. Okay, so I'm actually waiting for both these guards to have their back turned so that I can move into position. I go to the top of the steps here. And once I go to the top of the steps, I realize that dog is like right next to me. But the dog doesn't actually see me, it just starts barking. So before it comes along and sees me, I actually start running away from the dog, and then to the right. You could do it on either side, it doesn't matter. But before the dogs see me, I actually ended up running up this ledge, and the guard was actually investigating the noise from the dog, so the guard actually wasn't even up here. So if you do it right, you might actually be able to do it the same way as me. Okay, so after that, the mission's pretty much done, guys. I'm speeding it up here. You just gotta take out some cars following Sam. and I forgot the other guy's name. I don't know, but alright guys, that is that's mission 7 of Splinter Cell Blacklist on Perfectionist difficulty. Click the yellow Philly 205 watermark in the bottom right hand corner and that'll take you straight to my channel, guys, where you can check out all my other content. Alright guys, peace!